Hi guys, it's day 7 and I'm excited to let you know today that you get to do a Shaklee University module that talks about all of the fun perks of the comp plan. So you're going to get to kind of jump in and explore what the dream plan can do for you, and you'll get to see some of the trips in the cars and the cool things that go along. So have fun with that. I think it's awesome, and probably one of the neatest things of growing a Shaklee business is working towards a trip or getting to have kind of that fun factor in there. Also remember that our compensation plan is something you will learn in layers, so don't expect to learn the whole compensation plan at once. It is a very simple business that we're in, but the compensation plan has aspects that can make it more complicated. So take your time, don't stress about it. You'll typically learn the comp plan the most depending on the stage you're in, and then you learn kind of what's next and what's next. So just recognize that it's a layering thing and you won't need to know it all at once. So today I thought I would just talk for a minute about something that we all get to know and experience in this great Shaklee world of ours, and that is the idea of fears. I have yet to find anyone that's come to this business that hasn't had some level of fear at some point, because it is a brand new thing and we're kind of stepping out to share something with someone, and there's just things that happen. So we've kind of learned a few steps along the way that can help us deal with these fears. So I thought I would just give you like a little sneak peek into that. And if this is something you're recognizing or you definitely want to work through more, definitely reach out to someone in your upline on your team, and let's talk about these fears, because we all have to work through them. We get stronger when we do. And we actually can grow in a lot of ways by learning these fears, addressing these fears and learning how to deal with them. So step number 1, you have to recognize that it is actually fear that you're dealing with. One of the trickiest things about fear is that it kind of comes with different disguises. So if you have like goals set and plans set and all these activities, and you're finding that for whatever reason you can't move ahead, you're overly procrastinating, or you're finding a compulsion to work out your details a little bit more, get all your ducks in a row, or whatever, you're kind of defaulting. Sometimes we kind of go into this business maintenance mode, or recreate a document or rearrange things, and we kind of go to the easy work because the hard work is scary, and so we start to avoid it without even recognizing that that's what happens, or that's what's happening. So the first key is to recognize that yes, that indeed is fear. So I say look at what's going on in your business. If you're not engaging in the things that you need to do to grow, ask yourself why. Chances are there's a little bit of fear down there and you need to deal with it. So call it out, identify what it is, and say, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. We all have fears. I think I've got a little bit of fear. Now, this is the next part, and this is really good. You need to just figure out, okay, what's the worst that can happen? So maybe I've done a little digging and I've said, oh gosh, I have a fear of rejection. Or maybe I have a fear of being successful. I'm afraid of getting too busy. Or maybe I'm afraid of trying really hard and failing, right? Let's just talk about what's the worst that can happen, and then just run that scenario all the way through. All the way to the end of what's the worst that could happen, and you'll see it's really not that bad. Many times that alone can help us deal with our fears, because it puts it into a healthy perspective that we can deal with it. Now the third thing is, and this is the simplest, just be bold. Step into courageousness. Own it and say, this is a little scary, but I'm going to do it anyways because it's worth it. And if you will take the things that are stopping you and you'll work it through those processes, many times you'll find that it's like no problem at all, and you've got this. So good luck. Work through those fears. Happy building today, and I will see you tomorrow.